Good morning. It's Friday, November 4. One more day till elections if you're in the United States. We won't talk about that though. It's way scarier than any of the images we could ever see on my tarot cards. But good morning. Thank you for welcoming me. Sorry about the little political rant there. I have my coffee, my cards, and we are here today for our daily guidance. If you're watching this video, then I have a message for you. Calling in the energy of the day, requesting advice or guidance. For the good of all, of course. We always want our guidance to benefit everyone, for the greatest good of all. Let's go one more time today. Today we have the Lovers card. Can we see that? Trying to get a non-glare. Okay, so in this card we have, a man and a woman. They're both naked. There's an angel above them. There's a couple of trees. Almost looks like the scene from Genesis with Adam and Eve. Eve's tree, there's a snake coming up around it, and there's apples in it. And then Adam's tree, we're gonna call them Adam and Eve for the sake of the story. It's burning. There's flames up at the top. See that? Kind of a crazy scene there. It's also the number 6 in the Major Arcana. Okay, when we get a card that comes up in the Major Arcana, we got the Hierophant the other day, it's a little bit of a bigger message, if that makes sense. Major life event, divinely willed. There's different ways you can say that, but the Lovers is one of those cards. Now, for the Lovers card, I can say that this is a very auspicious card if you actually are a lover. Maybe you're going on a date. Maybe the romantic interest that you've had your eye on is going to, respond. Maybe you're going out on that date. Maybe you got that text message from the Page of Cups yesterday. And today you're like, woo, we're going to be the lovers. We're going to go out and we're going to, tie one on and maybe have some sex. Who knows? The Lovers can, in fact, mean all that. However, usually when the Lovers comes up for me, for many of us, what it really represents is a choice. Not a choice of do I want cornflakes or do I want oatmeal for breakfast, but a major life choice. Should I let my, estranged niece move in with me? Should I quit the job I've had for the last 3 years and pursue a completely different life path? Should I cheat on that test so that I can get a better score? Those are the kind of choices that are represented by the Lovers card. The reason we see Adam and Eve, the reason we see the trees is to remind us of that choice. If we're at all familiar with the story of Adam and Eve, supposedly Satan or the snake tricked Eve into eating this wonderful apple, and then she in turn fed it to Adam, and I guess the moral of the story was that the best choice for those two to have made. It kicked him out of paradise and damned all the rest of us to a life of humanhood and free will. I don't really see it as a bad thing. Okay, so that brings me back to there's no bad choices. If we follow a few basic rules when it comes to making choices, then we really can't go wrong. When we make a choice, we ask ourselves, is this the best choice for myself and everybody else involved? Right? So when we do that, when we're thinking of consequences or the benefits, not only to ourselves, but to humanity as a whole, our neighbors, our family, our friends, when we can with confidence say, okay, this is a good choice, then it's a good choice. And even sometimes we make choices and maybe they weren't the best choices. Those choices are still going to lead us to the best outcomes because we were divinely led. You know, we sought guidance, whether it was a counselor, a priest, the Hierophant, like I talked about a couple of days ago. You know, we got that advice, we got that counsel, and we're going to make a good choice. So I know it sounds funny to say there are no bad choices, because you look at people and you're like, man, that was a stupid thing to do. Again, if we are divinely led, if we follow these rules about the greatest good and so on and so forth, when we're making choices, then we can't make a bad choice. It's going to be okay. So I'm going to bring you back to the original message, and that's today when you make a choice, when you are faced with a choice, ask yourself if the decision you make is going to benefit you and the people around you, because it's important. We cannot poison the water that we swim in and then expect to still have a healthy habitat. Wrapping up this week today, Friday. Tomorrow we start our weekend. Today's reading was a little long. Obviously, we had an important message. I hope that it has resonated with you all and that you have an amazing Friday. De mi corazón to your corazón. Namaste.